How are we going, everybody? We've been talking about fruit trees pruning, and it's the season for it. If you haven't done so already, get out there and start pruning your trees. And also, while you're at it, look at your roses. We've got our standard roses here that need to be pruned. Now, some of them are still holding bud. I mean, look, it's late in the afternoon. I'm not sure if you can see all those buds, the dead heads up there. When it comes to this time of the year, you're not going to just do a tip prune. In spring, summertime, as they grow and they produce their flowers, you do 2 or 3 tip prunes, which is dead heading. And I mean by just sort of cutting them back to there and allowing it to flower again. That way you actually get a new burst. If you cut them too hard, what's going to happen is they're going to take twice as long to actually grow back up. So you actually might lose a cycle of flowers. Whereas this time of the year, they're gone dormant. Well, they should be dormant completely. We cut them right back, and we cut about 2/3 off. Some people like to cut them back right back down to the base, to the old wood. I don't like doing that. I cut them back, and you can see here, this is 2-year-old growth there. This year's a 1-year-old growth. Now, I'm not going to cut it back to the 2-year-old growth. I'm going to cut it back to the 1-year-old growth. And I generally like to leave 2, maybe 3 buds, maybe 4, depending on the shape. This is our biggest rose we have here. You can see some really poor ones on this side here that have struggled. But as far as cutting this one back, it's all about, like we do with the fruit trees, open vase shape, take out the center, and always cut to an outward facing bud. Now, you can see the middle's been opened up. It's nice. I've got 2 secateurs here. I've got the anvil pruners and the bypass. The bypass are great for softwood, for soft tissue, like all these little tips here. You can cut, but when you get down to the larger diameter stems here, you're best to use an anvil pruner like this. Now, if you're going to cut back to a bud, for example, have a look at this. We're going to cut back to, let's stay about here. So I won't go super hard because that gives you the opportunity to cut it back even more. But if you cut too much at the beginning, then it's too late. So you get to a bud there, it's not facing exactly out, it's on the side, which is good enough. I'm going to put my pruners on an angle and just cut it off there like that. That's actually a bit too flat there because it's facing horizontal. Just clean it off like that. And we go around, do the same. Now that's facing out. I'm going to cut it back to this one here. Like that, and then we go around, and sometimes 1 bud, for example, they're like that. 2 buds, 1 bud, 2 buds, angle. Have a look here. We've got a bud there that's facing in. We can cut up here if we like. That may be a little bit long. I'm going to cut it down to here, like that. See, now I'm looking at this, you can see that looks like it's a little bit high to that. I like to keep them all evenly in height, nothing too tall above. But I mean, if you're working from the outside, back to the inside, you may have a curve, a dome effect on it as well. So basically go around, prune your roses, or if you want to be like me sometimes when you get angry, get your chainsaw out or your hedge trimmers and just hit them hard, take it all the way down and then go around and clean them up. And we spoke about suckers yesterday on fruit trees. The same thing happens with these roses. They're grafted onto a rootstock, a wild rootstock. Just like fruit trees, these are the suckers that keep popping up on our roses. Now that's from the root zone down there. I've got to get down there and dig that out. Now you dig it out and I guarantee you'll find another one suckering up somewhere else. Unfortunately, that's the problem we have when it comes to grafted varieties, and it's not just your fruit trees or ornamental trees, it's your flowering plants as well. So if you've got standard roses that are grafted and you've got suckers coming up, get them out now, cut them right back down, get right into the root area there where the node is and sort of dig it out, gouge it out there, and then get back up top and start pruning them and get them ready for spring. And early next month, we're going to get into the feeding. At the moment, it's a little bit early, so we'll wait till July, mid-July, we'll start feeding these roses. Until then, check out our website, thesillysgarden.com. End of financial year sale is going to finish by the 30th, folks. So if you haven't shopped online, check it all out at thesillysgarden.com. From me, The Silly, Maresi.